Hi Scorpio, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to bring you your October tarot reading. Um, I'm doing single readings for my biggest supporters. So if you want single readings for your single sign and not grouped up, then hit that like button, subscribe, keep your sign strong on my channel. I'm not doing as much cleaning anymore. It's starting to slow down for the season, so I'm having more time. But I want to devote um, time to my biggest supporters, and however you support me, it's not always money. It's just a simple like, a viewing the video, subscribing, all that. I appreciate it all. Anyway, let's get on with the video, shall we? So here in front of me, if you didn't see last month's videos, I've made this map of sorts, okay, of a couple of theories and beliefs that I believe in, and you can apply to almost any situation. And one is the medicine wheel. And the medicine wheel is about the four directions: our spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental, and that we need to keep in balance. It's also a journey, too, where every path we begin in the east and follow our round. This is where we are birthed. This is where we are children, and we grow into youth and adult and elder. And at each stage, we attain lessons and gain skills and knowledge and experiences that help us with the next part of the journey. And this happens with a new job, with a new relationship. We all begin at the bottom of the mountain and strive to achieve the top of the mountain. But there are many trials along the way. And sometimes we make it. Sometimes we get halfway and decide, I don't even know if I like this mountain, this side of the mountain. I don't know. So, oh, look at that. Look what turned over. The Hierophant. Okay. That is the Hierophant, right? Yes. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant sometimes is about higher learning. It's also about the institution, like university, college. It could be hospital. Could even be prison. There could be an opportunity for work in one of these areas, healthcare. It also is about conformity, conforming to something and following along with what everybody says is the right way to go, or not following along. So I'm going to throw that back in and give it another shuffle. It's because there was like 10 cards there. So it's important though to take note of that, because right now that's happening a lot in the world right now. It could be happening a lot in your life, or on a grander scale in the world. We already know that. They're all wanting people to conform to this, do this way, and we will grant you access to everything. Otherwise, you don't get any access. You're not allowed. So, um, hmm. And so then here is the Page of Wands. This fell out. And isn't that funny? It's about looking at the other side and seeing, geez, look at all the stuff over there. They got restaurants and a lot of jobs and growth and um wanting to go to the other side. This is wanting something new. This could be wanting something new in the job area. You could be wanting to start a whole new field of, what you do. Maybe before you were a mason and now you want to be a cook. Who knows, like, how you could apply that. But you can see there's growth in this other area. On your side, what you're currently doing, there is no growth. And so this is what you're looking at. You can see that there's a lot of growth in this other area. And so you're thinking about moving into that area. And like with the Hierophant, you might think about, you know, going back to school, getting some training, or applying to work at some sort of institution, a hospital, healthcare industry, could be a university, who knows, something where it's structured. This is very structured environment, okay? So, very interesting. So I'm going to put that in the east, all right? I kind of should have taken the Hierophant, now that I think about it, for the east. If it comes out again, I'll take it. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Oh my, oh my. Well, we have the Two of Cups coming out in the emotional. So the emotion is about our passion and our compassion, but it's also about tests. Oh, here you got two right there. Right there. Look at that. Okay. So you have the Chariot in the west, which is the physical, and Justice in the north, which is the mind. Very fitting, isn't it? You kind of have everything in its right place, you know, in its right direction, in its right part of the self. It's all very well organized right now, Scorpio, I have to say. The cards are also ready to cut. So, here we got it all down for you. So, in the east, I wouldn't be surprised if the Hierophant comes out again, the High Priest. I wouldn't be surprised to see it. It should have gone in the center, perhaps in the east there. I should have taken it, but I wasn't thinking right. This is all new, this new structure. Anyhow, speaking of which, like I said, here you are in the east. Here's where you begin. You've noticed there's a lot of growth over here. And the east is very much about growth, growing something new, right? And you're noticing, geez, you know, there's a lot of action over there. Maybe I should apply to that field, take a class in that field, move toward that, because it's pretty dead. There's no growth where I am right now. And I need something new. So you're going to take some kind of action. You're going to begin with, in some way, take some sort of action. Especially the first thing you do is observe, and you see this happening. You're thinking, okay, and also you might need to do something. You're thinking, you know, I need to do something. I got to do something. Yeah, I see. Just it's mostly you need to grow and expand in some way. You need something more, okay? Now in the south, you have the Two of Cups and your emotions, and it seems like there's something stirring. You could be seeing someone in secret or kind of keeping it on the down low, but this is really, you know, in love, you know, it's really connected. It's there's definitely something growing here, okay? Definitely something growing. Now, this is the challenge area of the wheel, okay? Somehow there could be a challenge in this. The challenge could be to keep it secret, to keep it on the down low. Um, you know, I'm not sure what it is, but it's very exciting, you know, and it's like you want to tell the world, but it's like, no, let's not tell the world right now. It's like, what? I can't tell the world. Anyhow, in the West, in the physical, you have the Chariot. The Chariot is very much about movement. You may be traveling or have to travel a lot. This could be for your job. You may have to travel a lot. You could be thinking about moving. But the Chariot is also about focus. Focusing all these little things we got going, and you know, um paying more attention so that we're actually moving a direction, because here we just kept turning around in a circle, paid, this one and then that one and then that one. And here, um this is focusing your energy more. It's more driven, it's very driven energy. Like I said, you could be traveling for work, because this is right across from the eastern doorway. And you could, you know be very successful at whatever you begin here, or some endeavor that you're after. You just take off. Okay. And in the north, there is justice. All right. The justice is a fair decision in your favor. Something could come to light that you you could learn something here. And there's a situation that requires justice. Okay. I just gotta say, there also could be a marriage. All right. This area of the wheel is maturity. It's understanding. It's attitude, and um, you know, it's it's really like maturity. You know what I mean? And so this is fair. It's even. It's agreeable. It's also could be in writing. This could be something legal. Doesn't have to be marriage. There could be some sort of legal situation that is giving you a lot of thought. But I have a feeling you're going to learn about something that, and something's going to come to light, and justice. There's going to be some sort of justice come out of it. Okay. I can remember, Scorpio, in the cartomancy reading, and one other one. I don't know if it was your September reading or a couple of months ago. I know it was in your cartomancy reading, that someone's trying to get the upper hand. That someone is, I have a feeling it's got something to do with paperwork too. And I think justice is going to come out of this. Okay. So this could be, a legal situation, and it could be from a relationship. Okay. It could be for a present relationship, or it could be from an old relationship, a relationship that you're in or were in. Okay. So anyhow, so in the recent past, you have the Three of Rods, the Four of Rods, and the Seven of Cups. In the present, you have the Four of Swords, another four, eh? The Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. And in the future, which is the end of October, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Emperor. So the High Priest did not show up again, but still, it's very present in this energy. So in the recent past, you could have found yourself waiting, kind of eager to do something, get going on something, but in a not able to. You had to wait. There was a delay or a pause. And it was probably this whole COVID thing, right? None of us could begin our journeys, even travel, really, because we had to wait until the time was right, the situation was right, whatever. And this could, in this situation, it could have something to do with some sort of new foundation, okay? New roots. This could be have something to do with a home. It could have something to do with work, new work, and a new group of like people, friends, people you hang out with, or something like that. This is also laying down new foundations, like probably at this place, when we start a new job, or working on something creative, a creative venture, we are laying the groundwork for the future. Okay? So when we lay a foundation, it's got to hold the whole house. So we want to make sure we do this well. Do you know what I mean? We are part of a team. You could be a part of a team in this new venture that you're going on, because it looks like it may start to actually happen, or has started happening, probably right around now, because this is the recent past. So this would be September sometime. And so you can see it start to formulate. But I think you're going to be a part of a team. You know, you you work on projects together somehow, okay? In some ways I think this is going to be a dream come true. In some ways I think that you have a lot of options. You have there's a lot of things I think that you're wanting to accomplish all at the same time, which brings me back to the Chariot card. Okay, we're only capable of doing so much at once. Okay, even though we have a great capacity, a great mental capacity, physical capacity, and emotional capacity, and spiritual capacity. However, there's only so many hours in the day, and only so much we can accomplish in a fixed amount of time. So this card is saying, don't spread yourself too thin, okay? Don't, because I think that you're trying to accomplish too much at the same time. So trying to, measure yourself out a little bit here. Um, Also, so pick a few of these cups and focus on them and do them well. And then pick a few other cups once you're finished with the first ones, and focus on them and do them well. I think if you get too many things going on at the same time, it like I said, you spread them too thin and you don't do any of them really well, and it shows in your work. So you're trying to lay a good strong foundation, a new foundation. This could be um a new hold on, give me a second. I'm really close to thinking of the word I want. Just a sec. A new you know a way of doing things, a new kind of not formula, not pattern, but lifestyle. Like, before perhaps you would have taken a long time to get going in the morning, then rushed out the door at the very last minute with hair frazzled and forgot things. And now you're deciding to get up, an hour earlier and give yourself that time, and so just change it a little bit so that you're more effective. You know what I mean? A new regime, perhaps, a new something like that. I'm still not thinking of the right word, but not close. Anyhow, so like I said, this is very promising. Just don't get yourself scattered on too many things. To, don't make too many promises you can't keep. Okay? This is what that's about. In the mid-October, you have the Four of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Um, you know, this here looks like someone could take ill. You could be taking care of someone. They could be taking care of you. Um, there, this is like healing. You also could just be healing. Healing from something in the past. It could be sometimes, perhaps, you're in bed, you're just depressed or sad. It's not always physical. It can be, though. You could be sick, or you could be tending to someone who's sick or depressed. All right. Um, this could be someone that has been hurt. It could be a depression thing, but it could be. Um, but I don't know if this is at work or has anything to do with work. I'm not sure. Because then you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, this is about, approaching and investing yourself very slowly, taking your time. You're not in any rush, just taking it easy, enjoying the ride. That's what this is, the dead center of your reading. Enjoy the ride. Don't be in a rush. Don't, I don't want to say a lot of don'ts. Is what I should do is say, take your time. Um, the Knight of Pentacles knows where he's going, knows he's going to get there. He's not even worried about it. But he's just sitting back to enjoy the view for a minute before he heads out in this big trek. That's all. He's not going to trip or fall or anything. He's very careful. This is very careful energy. This could be why, someone was hurt. Could be. They're just healing from something they're recovering from. It could be someone's recovering from something, and so now they could have a very slow, careful approach. All right. Knights are action cards, but it's about taking it slow. And then the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is about juggling. It could, sometimes twos are about meetings and partnerships as well. But it also is about juggling funds, having to borrow from Peter to pay Paul, as the old saying goes. And, not really getting anywhere with the funds. In your bank account, which is in the middle, there is zero. So you're taking from this over here and putting it into that. And when you put into that, you take it from that and put it into that. And it's not really getting anywhere. So you may have to juggle funds, and I also want to say too that because I can see it with this Seven of Cups, right? And the Seven of Cups is about spreading ourselves too thin, okay? Doing too much, trying to fill all our wishes at the same time, and so it leaves us juggling. We're trying to this could also be pleasing too, juggling and trying to please, and we're left with nothing. um and people are watching you pull this off somehow. They're like, wow, how is he pulling this off, doing this. And you can only do it for so long. The trick only lasts for so long until we start dropping balls and dropping hoops and stuff like this. So you can only perform this trick for so long. I gotta tell you, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but I think that there's a big message about taking more control in your life. The Chariot is about taking control, getting a hold of the reins. Who's driving this show anyway? Am I driving, or is everybody else driving? I'm just saying, where are we now? How did we get here? We can't complain about where we end up if we're not paying attention to where we're going, right? And so when we are paying attention, we're in more control, we're more focused. And I'm getting a feeling of this, in the Knight of Pentacles, in some ways, he's letting things play out. Not really a part of it, sauntering in at some time. In some ways, it's really good to take your time and be careful and be patient. In other ways, it's, you know, he's sitting here watching this magic act before he goes on this journey. Like, this guy, you can only pull this off for so long, and then you need to make a move, you need to act. All right. So in the future, near the end of October, you have the Page of Pentacles, and this is about wanting something new, to invest yourself in something new. This is also wanting to feel passionate about something again, to invest our time and energy because we believe in it, kind of thing. But also, you're trying to find what it is. You could be taking a class, learning a new skill, or simply just putting out resumes or talking to people that you're interested in something else, something new. You could be into something very different because this is new. I get the feeling you haven't done this before. You may be tired of what you were doing before and been doing it for years. It's like, I've always done counseling. Now I want to do construction. I don't know, but it's very different from what you've done before. It could be in finance, it could be in herbal, like, growing plants, gardening. It could be in the health industry in some way, because pentacles cover all those areas: health, money, and earthly, everything on earth that grows. And then talk about growing, we have the Magician. And the Magician likes to take this idea, and this is an idea because you got one. You're throwing it in to see if you get any bites. And the Magician takes the idea and he makes it into something. He makes it happen. So if you're thinking about um becoming a writer, you might start journaling. Or if you're thinking about writing articles, you might start creating your own newsletter and dropping it around to corner stores. Like, you're taking action on an idea. You could be applying to a school or a course. You could be investigating, but anyway, you're making it happen. You could have been investigating, asking questions, inquiring about it because you're trying to learn about what this is about, more about it. And then once you do, you're like, well, I'm going for it. I'm going to apply. I'm going to pay. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to whatever. Because you want to take more control of your life. The emperor has a lot on his shoulders, and when he makes, or she makes decisions, they make them for more than just themselves. They have to consider other people in all their decisions, and other uh complications. Yeah, I'd love to build a front porch, but I doubt I'll get the permission from the city because I'll be over the allowance and da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like we can't just act because we want to act. We have to go through the channels. Sometimes the emperor is one of the channels. Also, the emperor could be your boss, okay? This could be your boss, your landlord, someone who runs the show, whatever the show is in this situation here. This could be who you're applying to, who you're trying to be all magical for, and they might see you as quite magical. They might see you as quite magical. The emperor, can be bossy, controlling type person. They're usually very strict and rigid because they got to make sure that they don't have to say things twice. They got to go around and take care of a lot of things. They got a lot of things on their mind. They're juggling a lot. And so they're pretty firm people, and like I said, they don't like to repeat themselves, okay? Very commanding, but this is also you taking more control in your life so that you you don't have to spread yourself too thin. You don't have to juggle. You know, you're pretty amazing, you know. I think that there is a curiosity. You have a few pages here, so you definitely have a curiosity for something new. I think a new stream of income and a new way to show your creativity at how you contribute yourself to the world, and the there could be a position, to tell you the truth, near the end of October that puts you in some sort of power position that you're applying for. You're thinking, why don't I give it a shot? All they can do is say no. Why don't I try? And this could be something new for you. Maybe you've never done this before, but we're at a different time right now. They're craving people to work. I went to a coffee shop on my Timmy's, and you weren't allowed to go in. And I said, why not? And they said, well, we didn't have enough staff show up today. We don't have staff. So you have to use the drive-through. We can only use the drive-through. And I thought, oh my goodness, I think we're having a worker shortage. Even though there's all the kinds of people that want work, there's a working shortage. And so this is the thing. And so you may have an opportunity for something big, like a pretty big position here that you may not have all of the qualifications, all of the skills yet for it. But you actually do, I think. I think you do have all of the qualifications and the skills because the magician says you do. But I don't think you really realize it yet. Because sometimes, have you ever taken one of those, like when someone says to me, or you, I should say, could you build a barn? And you're like, no, I couldn't build a barn. I couldn't build a barn. And they say, well, could you screw this board into that board, like, and make them an L shape? And you say, yeah, I could do that. I could screw a board into another board. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, could you screw 2 or 3 boards into that one board? At 16-inch intervals? Yeah, I suppose I could, screw more boards into a board. Oh, okay. Well, could you do that 5 times? And then put a board at the other end and screw that board to all those boards. Yeah, I could do that. Well, then you can build a barn. You're qualified to build a barn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing. And someone says this to you and you're like, you're right. I guess I could build a barn. I guess I am qualified. I do have the skills. But you don't think, I don't think you think you're as skilled as you are. You know, you could be underestimating yourself, but you have a shot at um, a big opportunity here to um, to be more in control. Anyway, to be more in control of your life, of the decisions that are being made in your life. And also, I think perhaps at a job where you're the boss, you could be the boss of this group now, that you were, this team that you were previously a member of the team, and now that you're running the team. Maybe it's completely different area. You're applying to do something else. It could be to be traveling around too, where you're simply your own boss because you're on your own. You're not in a cubicle being watched. There's more choices, more decisions. You could have more freedom. They'll say, "Oh, well, just pick one," or they'll tell you that there's a lot of trust when you have a big long leash like that. So you have a lot more trust, but a lot more responsibility. Oh yes, that is the other thing about the emperor. Although she calls the shots, they have a lot more responsibility as well. So I think you can handle it, though. I think you can handle it. Um, it looks really good here for you. The only trick you have is just a little more focus. Stop spreading yourself too thin, too many things. And because you could run yourself down a little bit here, hey, spreading yourself thin, trying to please everybody, trying to do everything at the same time. You could run yourself down a little bit, and then need to recover and start back again slow. Take your time, that sort of thing. Because you're getting ready to make some magic here near the end of October. Yeah, and also the justice. This justice, this legality. This justice also could be signing a contract, signing an agreement, and a contract that, it's protecting you as well as, what you're getting and what you're giving, what it's expected of you. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So this is aligned a lot with the Emperor for me right now. So that could be a contract with this new area of work you're pursuing. I'm really excited for you, Scorpio. Let me know. I also want to tell you that we had a torrential rainstorm, um, a few nights ago, and my bag with my tarot cards, not all my cards, some of my cards, was out on the porch, and I have a leak on the porch, and they got soaked. Even my beautiful little smudge bag was in there. I gotta get rid of all that medicine now, dry it out. But these cards got ruined, and so I would like to replace some of them, and I'm hoping for some donations towards that. If you would like to donate a couple bucks, if you want to donate towards a deck, or actually donate a deck to me. I'm going to have the list below, and my email address, and my mailing address if you would like to donate one. If you're thinking about doing that, donating me, actually I'm not going to put my mailing address. I'll send that in an email to you, so email me. But if you're thinking about sending something, tell me what deck you're sending so that I can take that off the list, so that there's no duplicates. Not that I'm going to get out that many sent to me, but anyway, I just wanted to let you know because I'd really like to replace some of them. But anyhow, say la vie. Like, share, and subscribe. And comment if you want. And I really miss talking to you, Scorpio. I miss talking to certain signs individually, because it's the ones that relate with me in the comments and talk to me, and I know you're there, you know what I mean? I know you're hearing me. So it's that connection thing that is big for me. Anyway, let me know how it goes. Talk to you soon. Okay. Bye. Oh, happy Halloween. I almost forgot. Bye.